PWHPA game, the OHL Showcase, the first game taking place here in Peterborough. A few minutes ago, we had a chance to hear from Jana Hefford, who is the operations consultant for the PWHPA. She spoke to us about the goal of the PWHPA being all about growing the women's game. And this is a school day game here in Peterborough, so a lot of young fans being able to take in the festivities here. Here's a couple things you need to know about the OHL Showcase. 4 teams taking part, 2 of them here today, Team Scotiabank versus Team Harvey's, but across these 4 teams, 44 Olympians competing on the Dream Gap Tour. Now, this is the second time Peterborough will host a PWHPA Showcase game, the first one being last year here at the PMC. And this matchup between Team Harvey's and Team Scotiabank, Team Harvey's has been on a roll. They've defeated Team Scotiabank in all 3 of their previous matchups so far during the 2022-2023 season. All right, we're going to go to break. We'll be back to the game after this.
Hi there, you can catch myself, Donovan Val, Ben Clancy, or Terry O'Keefe calling all the bingo numbers for Knights of Columbus TV Bingo at 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights only on your TV.
I felt really alone when John died, and the United Way program really, I reached out to them and they just really helped me feel less alone and help me feel validated in my grief, which has been tremendously helpful during a time when I've never felt so alone in my life.
Family Day is coming up, and we want to send your family on an unforgettable trip to Niagara Falls. Enter now for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge. To find out more and to enter, visit Your TV on Facebook.
Mark Millian, Jordan Mercier, and producer Maddie join you every week for the Capital PTBO Sports Show. The latest sports news, both in the big leagues and locally, as well as trivia, games, and other shenanigans. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Your TV.
Hello, and welcome to Fairview Baptist Church. I'm Pastor John Boyacek. I'm so glad you could join us in worship today. I trust that you will be blessed.
Without the program, there'd be so many more of us that are joining gangs and causing trouble and stuff like that. And especially my family, there's a lot of that which happens. And so it was kind of if I wasn't here, we all know what would be happening right now. And so I'd say thank you for keeping it open, because it gives kids who have issues at home and stuff an outlet and a place to be where they feel comfortable and safe.
On an upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is Arena. I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
All right, welcome back inside the PMC Center in Peterborough. It's stop 1 of 4 in 2 days for Liz and I, and game 1 of 2 for the girls on the ice. We got Team Harvey's and Team Scotiabank. We thank you for joining us on Your TV, and we're going to get going. This is an important game. We'll get right into the goaltenders as well, Liz. I'll let you take it over. Internet bien in net for Team Harvey's.
Yeah, and Renee Desbiens has been such a critical part of Team Harvey's success. She's got a .934 save percentage, a 1.98 goals against average, and she's really been the difference maker in a lot of these Team Harvey's games.
Well, on the other end, maybe a surprising put in net for Team Scotiabank as Jamie Lee Rattray is in, and a first stop for number 34, Amanda Michaela.
Yeah, I'd love to see Amanda Michaela get that first save of the game in, get her head in the game. She's only had one other start this season, so a big test for her against this Team Harvey's, and as you see, she came ready to play.
So her second start in Peterborough, we'll see if she can help Team Scotiabank get that second place spot they want in the standings. They're only 1 point behind right now. Team Adidas, after sweeping the Collingwood Showcase. Blair Turnbull gets her first shot on Desbiens. Back to the point. Lequette with the shot. That's blocked in front. Trying to spring Marie-Philippe Poulin. Stopped by Lequette at the blue line. Her and Shelton will exchange passes inside the Scotiabank zone. Through the middle. Carpenter, fresh off of an NHL All-Star appearance. And Marie-Philippe Poulin takes that puck away, and now Harmon with Richards. Playing up front, little toe drag there in front for Kristen Richards as she gets put into the boards by Shelton. Demers there picks up the loose puck along the boards. Back to the point. Greco now sends it into the corner. Finds Richards. Will leave it for Demers. Side of the net through the crease, cleared away by Shelton. Now Scotiabank trying to clear it out. Bach is stopped by Channel at the blue line, and now she has speed in the neutral zone. Victoria Bach with a quick shot. Desbiens thinks about playing it. It's going to settle things down inside the Harvey zone.
Yeah, Victoria Bach with a great opportunity in that, and she's actually second in quality chances behind Rebecca Johnston, and also second in expected goals, but she's averaging less than 1 point per game, so she's hoping to add some tallies to that stat sheet, and she starts off strong with a great shot on net.
Good shot from the point. That was Mélanie Desrochers. Had seeing eyes. Here's Skamura now. Backhands it. Misses the net. Now Rattray trying to pick up a loose puck. Battling along the boards with Desrochers. It's going to squeeze out to Fortino at the neutral zone. Now Rougeau and Fortino exchange passes. They'll try to move it up. And they do. Curio centering pass. She had Postikov going to the net. But Makla with her first big save of the game. Desrochers now below the goal line. Good move to get away from Larson. Moves it over to Panic. She'll find Johnston. Rebecca Johnston leading the league right now in points. She's been on fire for Team Scotiabank in the first half of this season.
Yeah, an incredibly impressive 17 points in 11 games for Rebecca Johnston. As you said, #1 in the league, and of course #1 on Team Scotiabank, just really leading that Scotia offense.
Such a powerful offensive forward is Rebecca Johnston. Also an appearance at the NHL All-Star Skills Competition last weekend. Just a little crossbar action for her and her breakaway. As Harvey's is trying to clear the puck out, Panic is going to keep it in for Team Scotiabank. Johnson centering pass, skips over the stick. Now Costa along the boards. He's going to have to get away from Poulin. She sends the puck over to Clark on the far side. Moves it forward for Eldridge. Eldridge looking for the centering pass. Stopped by Carpenter as she was back checking. Poulin back to the point. Quick shot. Hits the back of Clark's shin pad. Here's a chance now for Greco as she comes in. That's stopped by Makla. Now Skaggs through the neutral zone. Stopped by a good stick by Channel. Move it quickly over to Sophia Shaver. Shaver inside the zone, finds Skamura. Skamura in the slot. Her shot goes high and wide. Channel comes down to play the puck. Battle below the goal line. Skamura and Rattray will join in to help. As Lequette finds the loose puck, but Skamura takes it back to the point. Channel's quick shot. That one almost fooled Team Scotiabank. Shaver off the boards to Skamura, now to Rattray. Rattray to the point. Fortino just off the bench with speed's going to take it in. Laura Fortino still with it. Back to the point to Rougeau. To Rattray, centering pass to Rougeau as she was going in, but that's going to be taken away by Blair Turnbull. Turnbull now in behind Skamura. Turnbull by herself as she sends it towards Desbiens. She moves it to Fortino. Ariane Rougeau moves it forward for Rattray. A hat trick in her last game, Jamie Lee Rattray. And a giveaway in front. Can't be settled down by Gruchot. Into the side of the net. Richards has a loose puck. Makela looking for it, and the whistle will go. Still a loose puck, but a lucky break there for Team Scotiabank.
Yeah, a little chaos in front of that Scotiabank net, and I'm sure Amanda Makela's happy to get that whistle and maybe a little bit of a loose puck in the blue ice there.
Well, Amanda Makela looking good so far in this one. Tough to go that amount of time without playing a game. But a good show of confidence by Dean Seymour to put her in against the top team.
Amanda Makela, owner and operator of Mac Goaltending, so sure passing the great knowledge that she has of the game and of the position onto her young athletes and setting a great example for them here today.
Should mention too, a huge turnout here in Peterborough and a lot of young fans filling the crowd. A little afternoon off school as well.
As we see there, the power play and penalty kill stats for Team Harvey's. Not expecting this one to go into a special teams game. A lot of finesse and speed off the rush, but when they do come up, you want to see both teams capitalize on those opportunities.
Here's Marie-Philippe Poulin now. She gets put down by Jamie Bourbonnais, and we're going to get our first power play of the game, and it's going to be for Team Harvey's.
A nice play by Poulin there just to try to kind of thread the puck between Bourbonnais' feet and leaves her no option but to try to take the body down.
And she disagrees with the call as she heads off to the penalty box. So we'll get our first look at Poulin, Eldridge, Clark, Steckline, and Harmon on the power play for Team Harvey's. Steckline back to Harmon. Now over to the near side for Poulin. She sends it back to Harmon at the point. She's collapsing in. Her shot, though, misses the net. Panic trying to clear it out. Sends it over to Shelton. And a good slap shot rims around to Steckline's side of the ice, and it just squeaks by the blue line. Clark, though, right back in the zone. Over to Poulin. To the point for Harmon. Steckline and Harmon. To Poulin. Her shot tipped in front, loose. And cleared out by none other than Rebecca Johnston.
A fantastic job clearing that puck in the house, and great effort by Amanda Makela tracking that puck through traffic. This Team Harvey's is going to try to take your eyes away as they did on that last play.
They get a full change in the second line out now as Skamura has the puck on the near boards. Back to Fortino at the point. Her and Rougeau will exchange passes. Fortino to Shaver. Shaver looking for the backdoor pass as Rougeau was coming in. Tipped away, and Skamura now battling for the puck against Keller. Carpenter's going to clear it out. 40 seconds remaining on the power play.
A little bit of a throwback for this Harvey's D pairing. Of course, Lauriane Rougeau and Laura Fortino playing together at Cornell University back in the day. So Rougeau, typically a stay-at-home defenseman, and as we all know, Laura Fortino likes to jump in the play and add to that offense. These two players know each other really well to be on this second unit.
Johnston's going to beat everybody to the puck below the goal line. A chance for panic in front. And Desbiens there to stop it. 14 seconds remaining. Not much going on in this power play so far. Steckline's going to try to skate it in. She's got Demers going to the net. It's going to be taken away by Team Scotiabank. And this regroup in the neutral zone will do it for the power play. So a first kill for Team Scotiabank. And maybe some adjustments to be made on that power play. Only the one shot on net. As Gruchot in the neutral zone is going to leave it for Greco. And the puck's going to clear into the stands. We'll get a face-off inside the Scotiabank zone.
Yeah, send a local Peterborough fan home with a PWHPA puck. You see them raising it up there in the second row. So love to see that. Of course, an outstanding turnout here at PMC. having our school day game. Love to see these young students, and I'm sure student athletes in the crowd, here to take in some professional women's hockey.
And for an 11 a.m. game on a Friday, there is a ton of energy in this building. And we'll hope to see that continue as the game progresses. We thank you for joining us on Your TV or CBC Sports. My name is Izzy Germain, joined by Liz Knox, and we will be with you all weekend long in OHL Showcase Weekend for the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour. Poulet now moves the puck to the near side to Greco. She'll get it back at the blue line. It's cleared out. Skaggs tries to find it at the red line. Fortino, though, will exchange passes with Greco. They'll move it back up to Poulet. And Fortino jumping up at the play. Here's the shot. Rebound in front. Second rebound. And Makela, 3 big saves as she gets the crowd going. Now Field rims it in behind Didier. Fortino with pressure from Field. Loses the puck, but Curio will help her out. Bach, though, puts her into the boards. And Rougeau is going to skate it out for Team Harvey's. Finds Larson on the far side. She's got Poznikov and Rougeau. A nice tip by Rougeau. And Amanda Makela, so far, perfect in the first half of this period.
Yeah, and this is exactly the kind of start that Dean Seymour is hoping out of Amanda Makela. And as we said, her second debut in the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour. And she's a player that trains out of Toronto, so she's playing against, on a daily basis, all these athletes. Love to see her get her second nod here and putting on a bit of a show right now for Team Scotiabank.
Harmon's going to keep the puck inside the blue line. Her shot, though, blocked by Panic. Now on the far side, Johnston picks up the loose puck. Wants it back in the neutral zone. She'll get it. Just got to get around Lee Steckline. A tough task. Steckline now with the puck. 2 Scotiabank players around her. She'll give it away. Now Johnston battling for the puck in her skates. It's going to pop out to Skamura on the far side. She's going to rim it around to Harmon. Now back to Steckline. And Shaver puts that one into the boards. We'll get our first break of the game. So far, no goals. It's an all-goalie showcase in the Team Scotiabank net. We'll be right back after this.
Upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is an arena I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Family Day is coming up, and we want to send your family on an unforgettable trip to Niagara Falls. Enter now for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge. To find out more and to enter, visit Your TV on Facebook.
Has been really all Team Harvey's, but the storyline so far is Amanda Makela.
Yeah, it's kind of no shock to anybody who's watched this Team Harvey's team take to the ice. There are a lot of offense. Amanda Makela doing a great job, stepping up huge in her second start to keep this a 0-0 hockey game. Interestingly enough, Scotiabank only averages 1.5 goals against Team Harvey. So if they're going to keep that trend, they're going to need a near-perfect game out of their goaltender.
Well, and this second half is a little bit busier than we saw in the first half, and you got to think that right now we're starting to build chemistry with these 2 teams, and with all 4 teams, and they're going to get their legs under them now that we have a showcase almost every weekend, plus a rivalry series coming up next week.
Yeah, 2 different styles of teams here. Team Scotiabank tends to get their chances off the rush, of course, in that quick offense from Rebecca Johnson and, of course, Blair Turnbull, whereas Team Harvey seems to possess the puck in zone a lot more, creating chances off the rush and finding that inner slot.
Puck now with Lee Steckline. She's going to take her time, find Skamura on the far side. Skamura will send it in deep as Team Harvey's goes off for a change. Long pass to Field as she was coming off the bench. Turnbull will pick up the loose puck. Bulldozes her way through to the Harvey zone. Now a battle as Skamura trying to settle down a loose puck. It's over to the far side. Skamura finally will handle it. Moves it to Demers. Back to Channel. Her shot blocked by Keller. Keller now will take her time. Long pass. Looking for Field at the far blue line. But it's stopped by the crowd in the neutral zone. Bouncing puck. Stewart trying to get by Greco. Bourbonnais with two Harvey's players now. We'll have to use Keller. Keller now with time in behind Makela. Hard pass to Stewart. No one there to support her as she'll give it away to Rougeau. Now Rougeau to Fortino. Back for Eldridge. Eldridge trying to make something happen in front, and she does! Jessie Eldridge breaks the ice in Peterborough and gets the first goal of the game for Team Harvey's.
Jessie Eldridge with just an incredible single-handed effort here, driving on that 45 from the dot. She really uses her body to protect the puck, gets to the net, and has that quick pull just to go 5-hole on Amanda Makela. We'll see it here on the backhand, just a quick pull to the forehand. And this is somebody who's typically playing a supporting role with 9 assists on this season. She adds one to the goal column here, making no mistake.
Her fourth of the season. It's Jessie Eldridge who gets things going. As we're going to get a quick offside call as Team Harvey's tries to go right back to work.
Take a little look at Laura Fortino there. In her 11 games, she's got 1 goal, 5 assists. As we said, she loves to jump into the offense. Assistant coach for the Hamilton Bulldogs, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say in this arena, but we just did, of course, at the OHL. And she finds, somehow she finds the time to balance both coaching full-time and playing with the PWHPA.
Good influence in the game, obviously a huge part in that 2014 gold medal winning team, or Team Canada at the Sochi Olympics. Very famously had the primary assist on the Marie-Philippe Poulin goal as Curio gets a quick shot, goes wide. Kelani Desrochers. D-to-D pass. And the long stretch pass is going to go over Lee Steckline's stick, and Debienne's going to play the puck. Something she loves to do. Better pass than I could have done all the way to the far blue line as Shaver gets put into the boards. Back to Lequette, below the goal line. A lot of pressure. Sophia Shaver now trying to pick up the loose puck. Shelton is there. Skamura digging for it as well. Turnbull will find Carpenter on the near side. Carpenter's going to take her time. One of 2 Americans that participated in the NHL All-Star Skills Competition last Friday. A little bit better weather where they were last week than we have here in Ontario this week. Makela stops the puck behind the net. Leaves it for Lequette. She's going to send that one high and wide as they're going to be offside as Skaggs was just skating backwards, trying to handle that high puck.
And I got to give a shout out to Tatum Skaggs, who was most recently announced to the U.S. Rivalry Series roster. And I sent her a text message and to congratulate her, and she tells me, I've been going to USA camp every year since I was 18 years old. Finally cracked that roster, so we're excited to see her take to the ice against Team Canada in just a couple weeks.
Congratulations to Tatum Skaggs, and a big part of that, I'm sure, is just the play that she's gotten here with the PWHPA and playing with the best female hockey players in the world.
It certainly does add value to see these players play best on best against and with players that they're used to seeing at the national team level, just to see how they stack up. And these showcases have been a great opportunity for those players coming out of college to prove themselves.
Victoria Bach steals the puck away. Below the goal line now, she's got Field in front who wants it. Hits the side of the net, and it's going to find Demir's stick. Demir sends it in deep behind Bourbonnais. Makela leaves it for Keller. Keller's long pass hits a funny spot on the boards. Debienne's going to play it now. Debienne to Lee Steckline. Harmon now at the near side. Long pass to Clark. She's hit immediately by Lange. Johnston, though, picks up the loose puck in the neutral zone. Leaves it for Costa. Costa almost hits that one off of Poulet, but Desbiens going to clear that one into the corner. Now a centering pass for Costa. Can't get the shot. Lange from the point. Blocked.
Unfazed. Completely unfazed by that block shot from the dot, face-off dot there.
I wouldn't have been unfazed myself, but here's a shot for Marie-Philippe Poulet, stopped by Makela. Johnston just skates over the puck as Eldridge will send it back to her D. She gets it back in the neutral zone. She wants to go off for a change, so she'll send it in deep. Shelton now picks up the loose puck. She's going to try to skate it out. She's stopped at the blue line. Now here's Curio with Posnikov and Larson. Her shot blocked. Still loose. There's a nice block by Desrochers in front. Channel keeps things alive for Team Harvey's. Alex Posnikov, quick shot, stopped. Behind the net, she's going to flick that one over the net and into the slot. Couldn't connect. It'll be cleared out. Desrochers will find Skaggs. Sends it deep for Turnbull. Claire Turnbull, no one with her as she sends it over to the far side. Sophia Shaver now to Fortino. Laura Fortino with speed. Quick shot, she scores! What a shot by Laura Fortino.
Wow, what an incredible shot. Jumping into the play, adding to that offense is just something that Laura Fortino has done for the last 10 years. It's so akin to her style of game. From the dot, a left-handed shot going far side on the goalie. She just gets enough of a pull to change that angle, gets Makela to drop, and post it in. I mean, you can't ask for a better shot than that. That'll be her second goal of the season, taking her up to 7 points.
Laura Fortino, the D from Hamilton, Ontario, puts her team up by 2. And a wicked shot. Victoria Bach now with speed. Trying to get things going for Team Scotiabank. They've had their chances. Field trying to center a pass. Eldridge now through the neutral zone. We'll clear that one in deep as they'll go off for a change. Bourbonnais back to Keller. To Johnston on the far side. Johnston trying to get around Harmon. Savannah Harmon puts her into the boards. Now loose puck picked up by Richards along the boards. They try to break out, but they're stopped by Bourbonnais. Her centering pass picked up by Kristen Richards. Playing an offensive role this weekend. She does it all. D, forward. Not sure she's tried her hand at goalie, but maybe one day she'll have to.
Yeah, pretty versatile player there in Kristen Richards, showing that she's still got the offensive prowess of her college and CWHL days.
Here's a goal for Team Scotiabank. Claire Turnbull's shot is going to hit a couple bodies and cross the goal line.
For a team that's been a little bit quiet here in the second half of the first period, good to see Blair Turnbull get Team Scotiabank on just before the dying minutes of this first period. A little bit of a bouncing puck here, but great work by Rebecca Johnston again to find Turnbull coming in through the blue ice. She's able just to get a stick on that rebound, slides it underneath and Renee Desbiens. With, I believe that was Mel DeRoche crashing the net. So another defenseman adding offensive pressure for Team Scotiabank.
Well, the calmness and the leadership of Blair Turnbull and Rebecca Johnston is exactly what you want in a game like today. Not phased, and they get their team on the board. 1:40 remaining in the first period. Blair Turnbull back inside the Harvey zone for checking, but they'll break out with Sophia Shaver on the far side. She's got Rattray going to the net, tries to get a stick on it. Too far ahead. Skamura. Pressured by Bach. Gets helped by Rattray. They'll send it in behind Makela. Picked up on the far side. Move the puck to Shelton. Fortino, quick back to Jamie Lee Rattray. Rattray now in the slot, just loses a handle on the puck. Now Victoria Bach the other way. Quick shot in the slot, rebound for Field. It's loose in front, and they score! Ella Shelton. And it's the D today jumping up. And Team Scotiabank has tied this game up with a minute remaining in the first period.
What a fantastic response by Team Scotiabank. Ella Shelton, finishing this playoff, but it really starts with that forced turnover. Victoria Bach takes the puck the length of the ice, gets a puck on net, and it's somewhat of a non-threatening shot, but the rebound sits there. Maddie Fields able to get a whack at it, and of course, as I said, Ella Shelton finishing it off. So we're in a 2-2 hockey game with less than a minute left in this first period.
And the kids are pumped. I don't know if they're selling cotton candy in this building too, but it might get scary if they are. They already have so much energy, which is good to see. A good crowd in Peterborough, and we've got a 2-2 hockey game for them. 30 seconds remaining as breakout pass is intercepted by Poulin. Bourbonnais will try a second time, sends it over to Johnston. Cleared into the Harvey zone, picked up by Fortino. Long pass intended for Eldridge is stopped by Bourbonnais. I'll clear it out into the neutral zone as Carpenter off the bench. Able to get the puck over to Panic. Now Rougeau to Eldridge. There's Eldridge's signature move. Just clears it in deep but avoids the icing call. 7 seconds remaining. They'll stay on the ice. As Turnbull moves it to Keller, and Carpenter will just send it in deep. Well, you couldn't have asked for better. The shots are pretty even too, 15-11 in favor of Team Harvey's, but a 2-2 hockey game on the scoreboard.
For the information you want to know about our community, watch City Council coverage live. Your TV, truly local. It's Documentary Month on Your TV on Demand. Get a front row seat to local programs that educate, mark milestones, relive history, and celebrate the achievements of members of our community. Get entertained, informed, and enlightened through stories courtesy of Your TV stations across Ontario. It's Documentary Month, Your TV on Demand, exclusively on Cogeco. For the information you want to know about our community, watch City Council coverage live. Your TV, truly local.
On an upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is Arena. I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Watch Your TV's From the Podium. Each week, we bring you a variety of presentations covering a wide area of topics. From the Podium, Your TV, truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Welcome back to the PWHPA OHL Showcase. Team Harvey taking on Team Scotiabank, and I am so pleased to be joined by three-time Olympic gold medalist Marie-Philippe Poulin. First of all, before we get to this game, I want to congratulate you on being named the Canadian Athlete of the Year at the end of 2022. I'm just wondering, especially as the first female hockey player to be given that honor, just what it meant to you.
It meant a lot. Obviously, it was a great collective year we had all along with the Olympics, with the World Championship, and obviously receiving that call among these amazing athletes. It means a lot, and this goes off to my teammates, that's for sure.
And now that you're a little bit removed from that amazing 2022 that you had, have you been able to kind of sit back and appreciate everything that you were able to accomplish?
Yeah, a little bit over Christmas time, when I have time to go back to my hometown and spend time with my family. It's always fun to just take a little breather, go outside, enjoy the moment, and those are little things that never gonna change. To be able to go on the outdoor rink where we all fell in love with hockey, it doesn't change if you're an Olympic medalist or you won the Canadian Athlete of the Year. You remain the same, and it's always fun to go back home for that.
Well, congratulations once again. Focusing now on the PWHPA game, and this is a special game here today, a school day game. A lot of young kids in the crowd that look up to you. I'm wondering who you looked up to growing up.
Yeah, I think I can see myself in the stands. If I look back, when you see the Jana Hefford, the one that just put the puck on the ice there, the Caroline Ouellet, those are all ladies I watched in 2002 at the Olympics, and they sparked my dream. And hopefully today, all of us can spark some dream of these kids, and it's going to go a long way.
Well, what are you hoping the young girls and boys that are watching here today take away from this game?
Realize that women's hockey is hockey as well, and I think you can see the growth is going. Sarah Nurse and the EA Sport cover and pushing to have a league, and when you see these little girls playing on the ice, that they can only dream to play for Team Canada, but also play for this league that we're going to create, and that's something that we're going to keep pushing because we believe in our product.
All right, that is Mary Messi, and good luck the rest of the way.
Merci, thank you guys.
All right, when we come back, I'll be joined by Scott Arnold, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the PWHPA season. You're watching PWHPA Hockey on your TV.
All tuned up and ready for making music. Your TV, truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Adele is one of our current staff members. She had a rough, challenged life, and it was because of your support that made that difference. She is now on the right track, continuing her education, going into a college, looking into the field of child and youth, and it's because you made that difference. So I want you to continue to donate to the United Way of...
I'm Donna Chambers, host of the Limestone Lens on your TV. Are you retired? Got time on your hands? Then consider becoming a Your TV volunteer. You learn new skills like how to run a television camera or work a teleprompter, and lots of other things. You'll work with some really nice people, and Cogeco throws the best parties. So go to your computer and register to become a Your TV volunteer.
Obviously, scored their way out of trouble.
Scores! Maggio magic! The Spitfires take flight, tied for the league lead now. Oh, scores! Dagger for the Spitfires with 3:37. The captain back to the middle. Maggio fakes the pass and then slings it in on goal, and he scores!
Showcase, the first game taking place here in Peterborough when you have a great game. Team Harvey's and Team Scotiabank tied at 2-2 after 20 minutes. Please be joined by Scott Arnold. And Scott, a great first period.
It was entertaining. Took a bit for the scoring to start, but then the floodgates opened up a little bit. Best part about this is the energy in the crowd. You don't hear this during the Pete season. There's just a different energy with all the kids in here. It's great to see.
This is a school day game. hundreds of kids in the crowd. So as you mentioned, Scott, just such a great atmosphere. And some exciting news when it comes to PWHPA because they just announced their championship weekend coming up. So we now have some more details regarding that.
Yeah, so second weekend of March there. And it's going to be in affiliation and partnership with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, with the LA Kings, and also the Seattle Kraken. So just like these games this weekend are affiliated with the OHL, well, they've partnered up with some NHL teams, and it's good to see because leading up to that tournament in California, they're also going to be making a stop in Washington the weekend before in partnership with the Washington Capitals, and then the week prior to that in Florida in partnership with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it's great to see that these NHL teams are stepping on board, using their big stage presence to get this league noticed because this is a great tour as we've just seen in the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, both NHL teams and OHL teams hopping on board, partnering with the PWHPA to bring women's hockey to, some smaller communities like Peterborough and the other cities that they're touring around to this weekend, but also, of course, the bigger places in Florida and things like that. And when it comes to the standings heading into that championship tournament, still a few weeks away, but it's really Team Harvey's that has been running away with things so far.
Yeah, and we've seen them, it's 2-2 right now, but they had a good start to this one, and we can see the standings right there. Team Harvey's, of course, they feature Marie-Philippe Poulin, Jesse Eldridge is on that squad, and then right underneath, Team Adidas in second place. They've got Kendall Coyne-Schofield, Sarah Nurse on that team, and then Scotiabank, their big star, Rebecca Johnson, Blair Turnbull, who scored a goal in that opening period, and then Team Sonnet right at the bottom, featuring the likes of Abby Rock and Brianne Jenner, so lots of superstars involved, but those standings could certainly shuffle because they have a few busy weekends ahead of them before that championship tournament in California.
There's certainly some time, and the scoring system is so interesting. You get extra points for things like shutouts if a player gets a hat trick, so obviously still a lot of time for one of those teams to potentially close in on Team Harvey.
Yes, and Team Harvey's, as we mentioned, at the top of the standings. They've got the season series here, too. They played Scotiabank 3 times. This is their 4th meeting. They've won 5-2, 5-1, and 3-1. So they have the series here, and Scotiabank's trying to prove to them that they can compete with the big dogs.
And a close game here so far today. Team Harvey's, they got off to a great start. They took the lead, but then it was Team Scotiabank coming back at the end of this first period.
Yeah, Jesse Eldridge getting things going for Team Harvey's. We'll take a look at some of the action, but this was a great little deke as Jesse Eldridge puts herself in a tie for 3rd now in scoring, tied with Abby Rock of Team Sonnet. They both have 13 points. That got things going, and then another goal for Harvey's. It was Laura Fortino. Nice little individual effort. She goes rooftop, and then Scotiabank able to get on the board. Blair Turnbull off a very nice pass into the middle. Turnbull makes it count, just trickling past the goaltender. And then it was Ella Shelton getting in on the action. Victoria Bach did all the work on this one. She brings it down the ice, and then Shelton just cleans it up in front of the net. Right place at the right time. That was a late period goal, and that's where we sit right now, tied 2-2, an entertaining 20 minutes.
Scott, do you have any predictions for the second?
I think it's going to be a battle. Rebecca Johnson, we haven't seen her get on the score sheet yet. She's the leading scorer of this league, and I know she's been to Peterborough a few times. She knows this arena. She hasn't played on this surface in a game, but I know that she knows the fans here, knows a lot of these kids just from running camps in the area, and she was really excited to put on a show for them. So I think we'll see some big things from Rebecca Johnson in this second.
So 4 goals in the first 20 minutes, and I think for the fans here at the PMC, especially the young fans, after 20 minutes, I mean, it's already been such a great showcase of the women's game so far, and we still have 2 periods left to go.
Yeah, we expected it to be good. We knew these teams coming in here were good. Just looking at the rosters, some of the best players in the world, 44 Olympians featured on these rosters. So you knew there was going to be some talent out there, but it turned into a bit of a goaltender's duel right off the bat. Both goalies making some big saves, and then it ends off with those 4 goals. 2 for Harvey's, and then 2 for Team Scotiabank. You couldn't ask for a more entertaining 20 minutes, and I know the kids here, I've watched the game of women's hockey grow in Peterborough, especially with the Ice Cats program over this last decade. The week leading up to this, everyone was so excited coming to the Memorial Center for this game, and to have them treated to that opening 20 minutes, it's just something special to see and to hear.
And it's great to see all the young boys and girls in the stands today. Still lots of hockey left to play. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Isabel Germain and Liz Knox as they tee up the second period. You're watching the PWHPA on your TV.
The OHL tonight. Your TV, truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Food in general is just, you need it for mental stability. And sometimes if you don't have that access to food, you just can go mentally in a downward spiral. Sometimes it's hard living paycheck to paycheck. If it wasn't for a food pantry, some days I would probably not be eating at all.
The OHL tonight on your TV, your home for Peterborough Pete's hockey all season long.
When an impaired driver killed my brother DJ, some people used the A word. They called it an accident, but it wasn't. An accident implies that no one was at fault. But when someone impaired by alcohol and/or drugs chooses to drive, they're fully responsible for the crash that can result. So please, for the memory of my brother DJ and the thousands of families whose lives have been shattered by impaired drivers, let's drop the A word.
A crash caused by impaired driving is not an accident.
The business of music returns this fall with The Skinny. Your TV, truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
Welcome back to Peterborough. My name is Izzy Germain, joined by Liz Knox. We had an amazing first period. What more could we expect between Team Harvey's and Team Scotiabank? There's really a lot on the line for Team Scotiabank today.
Yeah, Team Scotiabank has the most to gain from a win in this competition. And just to send that message as we head into the second half, looking ahead to playoffs, that, you know, they can steal a couple points from Team Harvey's.
Let's talk about some of these highlight reel goals that we've already seen in the first 20 minutes. We start things off with Jessie Eldridge, and she's someone who has had some of the most chances in the PWHPA this season, and then she does that.
She does. She leads the offense in chances for Team Harvey's. She makes no mistake. And now we've got Laura Fortino in a similar spot, actually. These individual efforts where they're just so skilled getting those pucks on net.
Well, and then the comeback for Team Scotiabank. It starts with Blair Turnbull. Who else? But she follows up the puck and gets a good rebound.
And this is how you're going to score goals on Renee Desbiens. They're not going to be pretty. They're not going to be tic-tac-toe plays. She's so positionally sound. You need to get pucks on net and get traffic there, and that's exactly what Scotiabank did on those two late goals in the first period.
And then once again, Ella Shelton, a D, putting in the work today on offense to get that tying goal in the dying minutes of the first period. Well, we've got an exciting game, another 40 minutes coming up. We'll be right back after the break. It's Team Harvey's. Oh, we're not going to go to break. We're going to stay here.
We're going to stay and
Team
hang
Harvey's.
out.
We're going to stay hang out. Team Harvey's and Team Scotiabank are coming back on the ice. The second period, obviously Makela has been a big piece to this puzzle right now in this first period. It's only her second game this year. Talk as a goaltender how difficult that is to jump in after taking the last couple months off really in play.
Well, I can tell you how shell-shocked I was to have my first PWHPA start in about 3 years here in this very barn last year. And the offense that Team Harvey's projects onto these teams is just so intimidating. And Amanda Makela has played so soundly. She stays between the pipes, keeps her job easy. I'm sure she's looking to kind of clean up some of those rebounds early on. Try not to make the job too difficult on yourself. But certainly in the second half, you could see her settle into her game.
Well, and Team Scotiabank has a lot of work to do. We've talked about their goals that they average in a game. They're surpassing that right now. They've got the 2 goals. They've got to do more, though, against Team Harvey's. This is not a team that's easy to beat.
Yeah, certainly tick that one off the list of things to do. Score more than 1 goal, but the job's not done. They got to sustain pressure for the next 40 minutes. A difficult thing for this Team Scotiabank, who's running only 3 lines. So this is a little bit of a marathon here, and we'll see what they've got for us for the next 20 minutes.
All right, and we got a good interview with Marie-Philippe Poulin in the break as well. Just talking about the success of... Oh, it's just stuck, eh?
Just a couple little skate guards there.
Hilarious. Oh, that's...
Oh, there you go.
Welcome back on the ice, Team Scotiabank, as Amanda Makla.
We've got our first proposal in the PWHPA to Emily Clark for this lucky young man. Quite the
sharply dressed, too.
Not even a promposal, but right to marriage. I love that. I love the confidence.
Well, the fans have been great here in Peterborough. It's a record-breaking weekend for us in the OHL showcase. Some of the highest ticket sales that we've seen in the history of the PWHPA, and so far this season. We are looking forward to a weekend full of arenas across the OHL. If you haven't taken a look at the schedule, we'll be in Niagara tonight. Liz and I are going to dart off the 401 and try to make it in time for that game tonight. So 7 p.m. in Niagara, and then tomorrow we are in the home of Jessie Eldridge.
Hi, Mom and Dad. There are my parents on screen. That's so adorable. And as you mentioned, 3,400 tickets actually sold for this game. The students and teachers who are here in appreciation of their school game, and of course the great fans who have traveled near and far for this matchup in Peterborough.
And we have to give a shout out to the Peterborough Petes. We've been it's first class red carpet rollout for the girls this morning so far, and for us, Liz. We got some Peterborough Pete swag bags, and everybody has been so generous in welcoming us this morning.
Yeah, and Jana said it in her interview before the game, but it's been a mission of the PWHPA to find people that believe in what we're trying to do here. And Peterborough has shown again this year, they stepped up big last year hosting a game, and they've gone above and beyond to bring in more of our OHL friends here and kick off this OHL weekend.
All right, we're underway now, the second period. A couple of quick whistles to start things off as Laura Fortino accidentally touches up on the offside call, as the crowd is going to make some noise. Good to have this kind of atmosphere, especially as a broadcaster. Good to hear the fans get into it.
And it's just so fun for the players. I mean, this tour can seem long at times. They're on the road, they're staying in hotels, but what better way to kind of put the cherry on top of all the hard work to come to a great community packed with fans.
Rebecca Johnston with speed. Over to the far side, sends it back to the point to Bourbonnais, now to Keller. Keller looking for the tip by Johnston in the slot. And it's going to go the distance and clear the zone. Neutral zone regroup. Quick from Keller. She sends it in deep as Scotiabank is going off for a change. Do the stretch pass to Jamie Lee Rattray. Coming off of a 3-goal performance in Collingwood. Almost didn't get that hat trick though. Was just right in front of the net, wide open net, no goaltender, and she hit the post twice in the crease, and then actually scored the hat trick goal from the blue line, but still ended up with the hat trick.
Yes, Jamie Lee Rattray, or Ratty as her friends know her, just wanted to make that third goal on the hat trick a little more difficult for herself, and I know that the girls were throwing out some chirps for her after that one. So, but good to see her tally that third one and continue her point streak.
8 goals, 4 assists for Jamie Lee Rattray so far this season, the Canada, Ontario native. He's done a lot of good work in the Ottawa region as Lee Steckline takes the shot. And Makla makes her first save of the second period.
Couple American blue liners here for you in Savannah Harmon and Lee Steckline. Of course, they're staples on the Team USA blue line, and seeing them out here with some of our Canadian gals is still takes me a little adjusting to get used to, but this Team Harvey's has certainly found their chemistry and they're blending in well.
Well, it's making the rivalry series even more exciting as you kind of see the friendships develop on the PWHPA tour, but just no love, absolutely no love, as backdoor was Jessie Eldridge and just missed the wide open net. Back to Clark. Steckline and Harmon now exchanging passes at the blue line. Steckline looks to shoot. She does. It's tipped in front. Nice positioning by Eldridge. But Makla there to make the save.
Wow. And let's talk about that first save for just a second. I mean, traffic bodies in front. It looked like a redirect. Amanda Makla just doing such a great job tracking through traffic, making sure she stays between those posts and not overplaying. Because sometimes if you get a piece of blocker glove on that puck, just enough to create a rebound, but she's done a great job keeping it calm in that blue paint.
Lange now below the goal line, trying to move the puck out to the far side. They will connect with Victoria Bach at the blue line. She's got speed. Sends it over to Stewart. Stewart with a centering pass. Haven't connected so far on those centering passes, looking for the tip in the slot. As Field is going to cycle down low to Bach. Her shot blocked. Back to the point. Desrochers off her skate, able to keep it inside. Down to Field at the goal line. Field's going to get sent into the boards. No call coming. Bach will circle with the puck. Good stick by Grusho, and it's going to be cleared out of the Harvey zone. Now Bach back inside, stripped of the puck. Larson now with speed. Larson one-on-one. Quick shot. Nice save by Makla. Poznikov trying to pick up the loose puck on the far side. Desrochers battling for it. Bourbonnais is going to come down and help. Bourbonnais can't handle it. Once again, Curio this time is the one who stops it at the goal line. Here's the tip in front, cleared into the corner. Now once again, Desrochers Bourbonnais battling for the puck, panic, looking for that loose puck to squeak out, and it's going to hit the netting as it's sent up top, and we're going to get the face-off inside the Scotiabank zone.
And something that probably, people tuning in or people attending this game may not be used to is that freezing the puck on the wall. This is a new IIHF rule where they will just let the players continue to play. You hear the refs all the time, play the puck, play the puck. So I actually don't mind that option. You've got the mesh behind the glass there. Send her up into the sky and hope that it hits something so that you can get a whistle.
Rougeau now looking for the backdoor pass to Shaver, a little too hot. Rattray will pick it up. Circles into the slot. Shot blocked in front by Skamura. And now Johnston back the other way. Becca Johnston takes it around, avoids 4 Harvey's players back to the point. Panic's going to take a shot, and Desbiens will make the save. And Renee Desbiens hasn't been too busy so far.
Frankly, if I'm Team Scotiabank, I'm not mad about that. I mean, Renee Desbiens is a goalie that as she gets more shots, she gets more confidence. Keeping those shots, kind of in the 15 to 20 range is actually not a bad game plan, so long as you capitalize on the offensive chances that you do get.
Don't think I would be a great goaltender. I would lose my focus if I didn't get too many shots. Savannah Harmon now below the goal line, moves it forward to Rattray, just hits the back of her skate. Bridget Lequette now with time and patience avoids 3 forecheckers inside the zone. Panic leaves it for Johnston. Becca Johnston back to the point to Lequette. Slap shot tipped a few times in front, but blocked by Skamura and cleared out by Shaver. Ella Shelton takes her time. Has Blair Turnbull going to the net, but Desbiens is going to cover that up. Don't want to leave that puck for Blair Turnbull with that amount of speed.
And Renee Desbiens, a goaltender who, as we saw earlier, loves to play the puck, but I agree with you. I think making the right decision there with a blazing Blair Turnbull coming in, put pressure on her as she gloves that one down.
Turnbull and Poulin. Poulin will win the draw. Harmon quick to Steck line. And a good clean breakout by Team Harvey, says Clark, after a quick marriage proposal. Will go offside. Quick little plays at the blue line are dangerous. Just gets caught there. Some good gap by Bourbonnais on the far side.
Blair Turnbull playing a somewhat more of a supporting role on this Team Scotiabank, as we saw earlier. Rebecca Johnston's stats leading the offense, but Turnbull, a player to watch on the ice, as she's creating so many chances, not only for herself, but for those around her.
Stellarton, Nova Scotia native, has 3 goals, 9 assists so far this season. As Carpenter is in the slot, she breaks loose, and Desbiens makes the save. One of 2 Nova Scotians to crack the Team Canada roster. It's been a few years now, feels like not that long ago, but first 2 Nova Scotians to play on Team Canada, Jill Saunier and Blair Turnbull, as we get a second look at Alex Carpenter's chance. Face-off won by Scotiabank. Carpenter, return pass skips over her stick. She tries to clear it in deep. Now Grusho tries to find Rougeau. Trying to move it up to Richards. They're stopped by Turnbull along the boards. Will clear it out wide. regroup in the neutral zone for Team Scotiabank. The puck is still bouncing around as Stewart's going to pick it up. Runs into Richards. Now to Grucho. Had Demers going to the net but couldn't connect. And now a penalty coming as Skaggs gets sent into the boards. And it's going to be body contact for Demers. So we'll get our first power play for Team Scotiabank.
See Tatum Skaggs there up on her feet, no harm done, but Team Scotiabank will be on the power play for 2 or less. As we just see here, perhaps just a little bit aggressive on those boards. Rosie Demers, not the tallest Team Harvey's forward, but she seems to have the upper hand in that battle.
Well, they win the draw and they clear it out. Kill a few seconds here on the clock as it's intercepted now by Clark. One of the best penalty killers in the game. Nice play by Ella Shelton as she slides to avoid the pass. Now Clark puts pressure on her. They leave the puck for Lequette. She's going to send it in deep behind Desbiens. And Renee Desbiens still playing the puck, using her body to get back to the net and keep panic away. Now Clark sends it out once again. One of the most lethal penalty killers. And Clark and Poulin. Now Bach with speed inside the zone. Watched closely by Skamura. She puts her into the boards. Turnbull picks up the loose puck. Cycles down low, gets it back. Still lots of pressure by Team Harvey as it pops out to Keller. Quick to Johnston. Back to Bourbonnais. Finds Johnston, that shot. Looking for the tip, it's loose in front, still loose. And cleared away by Sophia Shaver. Now Johnston to Keller in the neutral zone. She's gonna go back inside her own zone. Find refugee in behind the net and uses that to get away from Larson. Larson and Postnikov with pressure. Here's Carpenter in front, Blair Turnbull. Puck was bouncing, couldn't connect. Bourbonnais over to Johnston. Down low. Back to Bourbonnais, her shot. That one goes high. Keller finds Bourbonnais at the point, but it's going to be cleared out by Fortino as Larson thought maybe she had a shot.
Nice little pump fake there by Amanda Makla. I love to see that.
Confidence building in the Scotiabank net as Carpenter is one last attempt as Demers is back on the ice. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Will stay tied at 2 with 12 minutes remaining in the second period. We thank you for joining us on Your TV or CBC Sports. My name is Izzy Germain, joined by Liz Knox. Our 6th stop of the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour, the OHL Showcase. And we got a good one to start the weekend so far. Long pass now to the inside for Stewart. Stewart sends it in deep, but Desbiens. Very rarely will you see her not play the puck. It's a wraparound attempt. She just makes it back in time, and panic shot is blocked. Poulin now moves it forward to Clark. Emily Clark with Eldridge and Poulin. Marie-Philippe Poulin, quick shot, misses the net. Now panic, trying to get past the red line. Stopped. And a return pass intended for Costa, and she's tied up by Harmon. They'll try again with Poulin as the puck is in her skates. Now Desrochers to Shelton. Shelton, her long pass finds its way to Desbiens. She clears the puck out, almost connects with Shaver in the neutral zone, but they'll regroup with Harmon. Harmon's shot just stays in. Now Rattray loses a handle on the puck. Back to Johnston with Team Scotiabank. Sends it in the corner for Kirion. Turnbull trying to help out, but Rougeau will come away with the puck. Trying to connect with Rattray. She gets a stick on it and gets it back from Skamura. A centering pass. Good stick by Team Scotiabank. Skaggs What pace in this second period. Bourbonnais. Down low for Turnbull. Quick shot from the side with Carpenter, stopped by Devier. Back to the point for Keller. To Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais takes the shot. That's blocked by Fortino. Skaggs picks up the loose puck. This Harvey's line is gassed. They're going to want to change as Turnbull takes a shot. Skaggs will get there first. On the loose puck, still has it. Will cycle it down low. It goes by Rougeau. Now Skaggs on the near side. Trying to connect with Victoria Bach. It's going to be cleared down the ice. And unfortunately for Team Harvey's, it's going to be an icing call. And they won't be able to change.
Yes, Team Scotiabank just sustaining this pressure, and you saw lots of back and forth action, and just the positioning of the benches. Sometimes it's hard. Do you sacrifice, potentially an offensive rush to get a change? And unfortunately for Harvey's, they've had this line out here for quite some time.
Well, Scotiabank wins the draw, so second attempt for Richards. She's going to skate this one out to the red line and dump it in. Great play by Kristen Richards to get her team some fresh legs on the ice. They'll send out the first unit. A long pass, and now icing waved off as Shelton beats everyone to the puck. Here comes Marie-Philippe Poulin. She's got Clark with her. Emily Clark, quick shot. Blocker saved by Makla. Poulin. Back to Clark. To the point for Greco. Greco's going to take a shot. Tipped in front. Poulin with a wide open net. She scores. I thought Makla might have gotten that one from our angle, but she makes no mistake. Marie-Philippe Poulin will take the lead for Team Harvey's. It's 3-2.
Yeah, fantastic effort. This is what you want out of your first line after, your third line just took an absolute beating in their own end. Good on them to get the change. They cycle the puck around. Jackie Greco with the shot on net. I believe that might be her first point of the PWHPA season. I'll have to double check on that. But a great job in front by Eldridge to tip it over to Poulin, who had the gaping cage. And as you said, Amanda Makla was there for the effort.
Rebecca Johnson picks up a loose puck, as I believe that was Greco who just fell on the draw. Trying to go right back. Here's Shaver there offside, though.
And my apologies, that's actually her, Jackie Greco's third assist on the season, so bringing her up to 3 points.
We're going to take a quick break. We all need a breather. It's 3-2 Team Harvey's. You're watching the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour. We'll be right back.
My name is Paul Wilson, and this is Truly Local Conversations.
Join host Paul Wilson as he welcomes some of Peterborough's finest, truly local conversations. Exclusively on Cogeco.
Well, if we thought an 11 a.m. game might be a little slower because of, we had to be up at around 5:30 this morning to make it here. That is not the case. These girls came ready to play. The intensity is there. The crowd is in it. The goaltenders are incredible so far. And we got a 3-2 hockey game.
Yeah, the girls have certainly brought it this morning. As you said, a lot of them flying in last night. They're staying near the airport in Toronto, so a little bit of travel for all four teams this weekend. But both these teams came to play, and they've put on quite a show. Shots right now, 22-13 in favor of Harvey's.
So just to paint a picture, Team Harvey's really untouchable right now in first place. They got 27 points. But Team Scotiabank and Team Adidas are only 1 point away from each other for second place. So Team Adidas right now holding the lead with 16 points. Team Scotiabank, after two big wins in Collingwood, sit right now at 15. So a win today against Team Harvey's would really help them in the standings and dethrone Adidas from that second spot. Here's Jamie Lee Rattray with a shot. That one's blocked. Carrion clears the puck out. Now D-to-D pass as Steckline and Harmon connect. Rattray below the goal line, trying to connect with Skamura, but will be taken away by Turnbull. Rougeau with pressure from Carpenter, gets away from her. Moves it forward to Curio. Now Poznikov. She gets put into the boards. Scotiabank back the other way. Skaggs tripped up. No call coming. Larson now with room. Quick shot. And that's an easy save for Makela.
Yeah, a little bit of broken plays there for Team Scotiabank. We saw Alex Poznikov get it rubbed out on the boards, and then Tatum Skaggs kind of lose an edge. So just looking to tidy up some of those little gray zone areas and make the difference here to get them back in the game.
Turnbull and Eldridge will line up for the draw as they send Poulet there to take the shot, and there it is. They win it. Her shot blocked, though. Eldridge with the rebound. Puck is bouncing below the goal line. They'll send it back to Fortino. Poulet wants it back in the slot. She'll get it. Shot lane had closed up, though. Her and Fortino will exchange passes. The return pass in Poulet's skates. Eldridge finds the loose puck, is battling Keller along the boards. And now here comes Turnbull. Blair Turnbull, 3-on-1 for Scotiabank. Turnbull goes in front, stopped by Desbiens. Alex Carpenter finds the loose puck. Poulet gets it back. She's gonna hang on to it. Trying to make the long pass to Eldridge. And they connect off the boards. Now Clark. Clark and Fortino. And Makela makes that save. Victoria Bach with speed this time. Back and forth this morning, the talent on the ice. Trying to find Bach in front of the net. The puck is bouncing. Bach will find that loose puck. She's got Stewart in front. They send it in front. It's bouncing around in the slot. Rusho trying to clear it out. Stopped by Victoria Bach. Now Fortino sends it forward.
I thought we were going to see our first Michigan attempt there. I saw, Victoria Bach with speed behind the net. She kind of pulled the puck, and it just didn't cooperate with her. So we still wait for that first one in the PWHPA.
I really don't think it's a matter of if, but when at this point. We know the girls can do it. We see them practicing it. But just who's going to be the first to pull it off in a game? We can put some bets down for that, too, actually. Here's Johnston now, below the goal line. The crowd really getting behind the girls on the ice. I believe the chants are Harvey's, primarily. If Johnston takes a hit, but able to move the puck now, panic below the goal line. Trying to make a long pass to the point. See if she can get the second attempt. She's going to hang on to it. Finds room in the slot. Goes to Desrochers. Her shot up top. Good blocker save by Desbiens. Costa back to the point. Good pressure by Team Scotiabank. Centering pass for EC. They want that play. They've got Johnston in the slot. They're just looking to slot pass it to her and get her to tip that in. They haven't been able to connect so far. Here's Panic again with room in the slot. That one's blocked again. And it's going to be cleared out. And is it going to reach it? It won't reach for icing, so Team Harvey's able to get fresh legs on the ice. Long pass to Carpenter. Carpenter trying to find Skaggs at the blue line. She's going to be stopped, and here comes Shaver. 3-on-1 for Harvey's. Scarborough with a shot. That one's tipped. Good play by Bourbonnais to break that up.
Yeah, great play on that 3-on-1. We're going to go down back to the other side here. I think take a look at that blocker save by Anne-Renee Desbiens. As we see a shot coming from that 45 angle again, and Anne-Renee just able to get that blocker up, take away that top knuckle, and her defense clear the puck for her, which is what you want out of this D-core on Team Harvey's.
Keller makes a long pass intended for Carpenter. It's taken away by Rattray. Her shot, though, blocked by Keller. Carpenter picks up the loose puck on the near side board. We'll send it over to Bourbonnais. And they connect with Turnbull in the middle. Now to Carpenter. Return pass just a little bit behind Turnbull, and now given away by Skaggs. Rattray and Eldridge. Back to Rattray, hooked up, and it's going to be a penalty against Team Scotiabank as Bourbonnais' stick got caught in Rattray's gloves, and she's going to sit for 2.
Yeah, anytime a Scotiabank defender sits for 2 or less, it's a really risky position to put this team in, just because their defensive core is so critical to their offense. As you see, Bourbonnais just getting her stick up a little high on Rattray there, and it's right in front of the official. She's not going to miss that call.
So we'll see what they can do. 3:30 remaining in the second period. Harvey's has really taken over this second period. 25-14 the shots. And they're moving the puck up top. Harmon and Poulet will switch positions. Poulet wants the slap shot. She gets it. Quick stop by Makela. Steckline along the boards. Picked up by Clark. Back to the point. Just misses the pass to Poulet, but Harmon will stop it before it gets to the blue line. Steckline's shot tipped in front. Almost fools Makela. Now back to Harmon. Over to Poulet. Harmon. Her shot. High and able to be stopped by Shelton. Poulet's going to come down, play the puck. Now Clark will send it to the near side for Steckline. Steckline's going to send it down. She had good pressure by Johnston. Clark now on the shot. Shot off the mask. It's in. Jessie Eldridge has her second of the game. And Team Harvey's has a power play goal.
You can see the Team Scotiabank looking to the official to see if we're going to get, I believe they're asking for a high stick. As we saw that shot go through, it looked like it hit Amanda Makela in the mask. And Jessie Eldridge was able to whack in the rebound. We're going to take a look at it here. Shot comes high. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they were seeing on the play that we maybe weren't from that replay. Regardless, they're having a little bit of a chit-chat here. Appease the players, and it looks like the call is going to stand.
Well, Jessie Eldridge, this is her weekend. She's been excited for this weekend. The Barrie, Ontario native, really excited to bring the PWHPA home. And she starts the weekend off with 2 goals so far in this one. And Team Harvey's is going to double their lead once again. This time on the power play. And they're back to work. Rougeau at the blue line. Down to Rattray. Her pass stopped by Keller. Now Skamura on the far side. Keeps it in play, but Keller will take it right back. Inside the Harvey zone now. Stewart with room. Stewart with a quick shot, and Desbiens flashes the leather.
Yeah, great offensive chance there for Shannon Stewart. And Renee Desbiens again, like you say, she just flashes that glove, makes it look easy. But a great opportunity for Team Scotiabank to try to rebound from this goal, the second period here, as the PMC Arena is just absolutely electric.
This is what you love to hear. Turnbull in the slot, loose puck. Desbiens doesn't know where it is, but it's somewhere in her pads. And this is what we have to look forward to this weekend. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Not many seats, really, when we're looking around. Some of them cleared out a little bit to get their popcorn and cotton candy refills. But all the way to the top, in behind Desbiens. A good turnout in Peterborough so far to start off our OHL showcase. The puck along the boards. Skaggs has Poulet on her. Poulet steals the puck, moves it forward to Eldridge and gets it back on the far side, sends it down low. Desrochers picks up the loose puck. Can't connect on the breakout. They'll send it back down for Poulet. Poulet. Lots of pressure by Desrochers. Looking to make a pass, doesn't have anybody near her, so she'll continue to battle for the puck along the boards. And as Clark is there now, and Turnbull as well. What a battle for this puck. Turnbull comes away with it, but it's taken away by Harvey's as Shaver gets a shot off, hits the side of the net. Back to the point. Steckline shot, stopped by Makela.
And what a heavy shot that is from Lee Steckline. One of the most powerful, I'd say, from the blue line on Team Harvey's, which is, you know, quite the feat given the talent that they have back there. But Amanda Makela just tracking that through traffic again and able to settle this play down. hoping to get Team Scotiabank reorganized and back on track.
You mentioned the importance of Steckline and Harmon. Averaged 24 minutes a game, the most of anyone on Team Harvey's. They play a big part in the offense as well. As Harmon drops Bourbonnais at the blue line, and they're tangled up now on the near side. And that leaves an opening in front for Panic. And the backhand stop by Desbiens.
A little bit of a rolling puck for Kelly Panic there. I'm sure she would have liked that to sit nice and flat so she could get a handle on it. But nevertheless, a shot on net is always a good opportunity. And Harvey's leading the shots again, 30-19 currently.
Face-off won by Skamura. Taken away, though, by Scotiabank. Johnston's pass to Lequette is tipped out by Shaver. Only a few seconds left as Lequette will just keep it out of harm's way, and Keller as well. And that'll do it. An explosive second period. The tempo was there, and the goals were on the stick of Team Harvey's. After the break, we've got Rebecca Johnston with Katrina. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Your TV's OHL Showcase, the PWHPA's Secret Dream Gap Tour. We'll be right back after this.
Upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is Arena. I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Hello, I'm Sean Warrior, the Executive Director of the Peterborough Humane Society, and you're watching Your TV Peterborough, truly local.
Without like the program, there'd be so many more of us that are like joining gangs and like causing trouble and stuff like that. And like especially my family, there's a lot of that which happens. And so it was like kind of like if I wasn't here, like we all know like what would be happening right now. And so I'd say thank you for keeping it open, because it gives like kids who have like issues at home and stuff an outlet and a place to be where they feel comfortable and safe.
Family Day is coming up, and we want to send your family on an unforgettable trip to Niagara Falls. Enter now for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge. To find out more and to enter, visit Your TV on Facebook.
PWHPA Dream Gap Tour. This is the first game of the OHL Showcase on Your TV. Team Harvey's leads 4-2 after 2 periods. I'm pleased to be joined by 3-time Olympian Rebecca Johnson of Team Scotiabank. And Rebecca, you've been pretty busy. Not only are you participating in the Dream Gap Tour, but you also recently took on a role with the Calgary Flames in player development. I'm wondering what that experience has been like.
It's been great. I've had an amazing time just, learning from the best in the Flames organization, and just trying to develop in the role, and it's been a really great experience.
So working with the Calgary Flames, you also had a chance to compete in the NHL skills competition earlier this month. I'm wondering how opportunities like this help grow the women's game as well.
Yeah, I think just any showcasing women's hockey in general, just getting our game out there, showing it as much as we can on TV, social media, just getting a presence, I think is really important.
Now, heading into this game, you were the leading scorer in the PWHPA Dream Gap Tour. Just wondering what level you've been able to find in your game this season.
I think really just trying to play, have a lot of fun while I'm playing. Obviously taking it seriously, but really just trying to enjoy every moment, because I really don't know how much longer I'll be playing for. So really just trying to stay in the moment, just focus on each game and just have a lot of fun while doing it.
Now, this is a school day game. A lot of young fans. If you are behind us, banging against the boards here a little bit, what is it like? What does it mean to being able to showcase the women's game to both young men and women here today?
I think it's awesome to see so many people here today and all the kids coming to support the women's game. I think just showcasing it as much as we can, and everyone's having a lot of fun here today. It seems like I can hardly hear anything on the ice. It's so loud in the arena, so the atmosphere has been great.
Now, when it comes to the Dream Gap Tour, Team Harvey's has kind of had your number this season. You've lost 3 straight to them. You're down heading into the third period, but what do you have to do and try and pull out a win here?
I think just getting more shots on net, I think, is the main thing for us. We're definitely playing in the perimeter a little bit too much, so really trying to get more shots, get in front of Anne. She's a really great goalie, so I think just keeping it simple, really.
Now, with all the young fans here today, I'm wondering what it would have meant to a young Rebecca growing up in Sudbury, being able to watch a professional women's hockey game.
It would have been a pretty cool experience. I never got to experience that when I was younger, so it is really amazing to see that these kids get to watch these professional athletes, these women out on the ice, and just showing how great this game is. And so it is really cool to see all the support that we have, and hopefully we continue to showcase the game and keep showing how great the game is.
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, that was 3-time Olympian Rebecca Johnson. When we come back, I'll be joined once again by Scott Arnold. You're watching PWHPA Hockey on your TV.
On an upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is an arena I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Family Day is coming up, and we want to send your family on an unforgettable trip to Niagara Falls. Enter now for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge. It's a getaway you deserve, all courtesy of Great Wolf Lodge and Your TV. To find out more and to enter, visit Your TV on Facebook. Good luck.
If alcohol builds a wall around you, know this. We're here to help if you want us to. It's never too early or too late to ask for help with a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous. There is a way out.
Winter, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors. You've got the gear and plenty of fresh powder. The sled is good to go, and all you need now are your friends. But if you've been drinking, please remember that operating a snowmobile while impaired is both dangerous and illegal. Fines, license suspension, insurance increases, and even jail time can ruin a good ride. Don't get left out in the cold. Thanks for always riding sober. A message from Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids? Drugs worry me, but how can I feel free to talk about it with my kids?
Questions about drugs and kids? Call or chat to get real-time support.
TV. This is the first stop of the OHL showcase. Team Harvey's versus Team Scotiabank here at the PMC after 40 minutes. Team Harvey's up 4-2. Please be joined by Scott Arnold. And Scott, this was a tied game heading into the second period, but Team Harvey's doing what they've done really all season, and that is kind of separate themselves from the pack during the second period.
Yeah, and it started off again as a goaltender's duel. We didn't see those 2 goals until late in that period, so and Renee Debian putting on a show at the other end for Team Harvey's between the pipes there. But it was an entertaining 20 minutes, and now we've got a 2-goal gap.
And in that second period, Marie-Philippe Poulin getting on the board, and a lot of people here so excited to see her play, and she gave the crowd what they wanted.
The crowd erupted as soon as they announced her name, that she scored that goal. The crowd went wild. It's been going wild the entire morning here. It's been so loud. And then Jessie Eldridge getting her second of the game. So 2 rebound goals, finding their way to the back of the net. And it's just an entertaining game so far. We're only 40 minutes in, and I can't believe how entertained I've been, not just with the product on the ice, but the atmosphere, everything. All the staff here are well organized. Everything has just been perfect for this first day game for the Peterborough Petes that they've hosted.
A fantastic game through 40 minutes. We're going to take a look at the goals now from that second period, starting off with MPP Marie-Philippe Poulin.
Yeah, so the good goal scorers, they're going to find themselves in the right place at the right time. And you see a shot, watch Marie-Philippe right at the side. She just squeezes in the rebound. It's similar to Jessie Eldridge's goal as well. A rebound goal. She just finds herself right in front of the net. That's where the good goal scorers are. They hang out by the net and they wait for those bouncing pucks, and that is the difference in this game.
And Jessie Eldridge had 3 goals so far this season coming into this game. She's already almost matched that in this game alone with a pair of goals, and she's just been having a great game here for Team Harvey's.
Yeah, she's known as the setup girl, so she came in with quite a few assists. She now just took sole possession of 3rd spot in the scoring race on this tour with those 2 goals here tonight. So it's kudos to her that she's not just a playmaker. She can also find the back of the net, and right there, a great rebound goal, just knowing exactly where the puck was going to bounce.
And Scott, you mentioned it earlier, but just how loud this crowd has been through 40 minutes. A lot of young kids in the crowd, a lot of screaming, a lot of high-pitched shrieking as well, which I don't think we're used to here at the PMC. But just the fact that the crowd is really getting into this game, I think that's one of the reasons why the PWHPA decided to come back to Peterborough for a second year in a row, because the crowd is just so into it.
Well, there's so much passion in Peterborough, not just for hockey, but for all sports, for entertainment. The community really rallies around and supports any product that's going to be here. But when you have a professional women's game coming to town, they don't come here too often. So people are going to come out in droves for this one, and that's what we're seeing here. We talked about the Ice Cats program in the intermission. Well, there's other youth teams that are here as well. We're seeing a lot of jerseys, a lot of signs in the crowd. There's a Marry Me Emily Clark sign behind us that a young lad's holding up. He's trying to get the attention of her, so we'll see if that works. He's dressed up all nice too in a suit. He's in the restaurant. He's hoping to get her attention, but lots of signs, lots of jerseys, and just lots of excitement. I've been so impressed with how this morning has ran.
That young fan, love the passion. She might have to wait a few years though, maybe a little bit too young for her. Team Scotiabank, obviously some work to do in this 3rd period. What are your predictions for the final 20 minutes?
I think they can get 2 quick ones right off the hop and get right back in this game. This is what we've seen. We saw 2 unanswered goals by Harvey's to open up the game. Scotiabank answered with 2 unanswered of their own, and then now Harvey's with the lone 2 goals in that middle frame. So Scotiabank's going to regroup in there, and I think they're going to come out, get a couple quick ones, and we're going to have a tie game for a good stretch of the 3rd period is my prediction, and maybe some overtime in our future. Not to get too ahead of ourselves, but that's the way this game has been going.
I think the fans would love to see some overtime. I mean, this was an 11 a.m. start, so I mean, as long as you don't have anything to do during the afternoon, I'm sure kids aren't in a rush to go back to school, that's for sure. They can just stick around and perhaps watch some more hockey if it goes into OT.
Oh, exactly. It's like a school assembly. You don't want it to end, because as soon as it ends, you have to go back to class. So I know these kids who are here right now, this is just a small sample of the noise we have been hearing this morning, but I know they want to stay here as long as they can.
You can hear the screams. It's so loud. It's bound to be loud for the 3rd period. We'll have that when we come back.
I will stand by you. I will help you through when you
Being there. Pass it on.
You can't go.
On an upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is Arena. I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
in the society that we were brought up in, is very hard on little black boys.
Sometimes when I cry, I won't know how I'm feeling or why I'm crying.
You have to navigate feelings and emotions so the world don't get you.
When it comes to drugs, how much freedom is too much for kids? Drugs are out there. Will my teen feel free to say no around other kids? I didn't live drug-free when I was younger. Can I admit that to my kids? Drugs worry me, but how can I feel free to talk about it with my kids?
Questions about drugs and kids? Call or chat to get real-time support.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
Online betting is booming. Booyah! Woo! You could win big. But you could also lose. And that's a reality nobody's shouting about. Learn about safer play at knowtherisks.ca.
Welcome back inside PMC Arena. We are in Peterborough for stop 1 of 4 of our OHL showcase. My name is Izzy Germain, joined again by Liz Knox. We've had a really good 40 minutes of play so far. We'll get right into the goals. It's Jessie Eldridge who is the storyline right now for Team Harvey's.
Yeah, Jessie Eldridge has been talking about this OHL weekend for quite some time, and she wants to start off strong, as she does. She puts her team up again here. A nice little redirect in front to none other than Captain Canada, Marie-Philippe Poulin. And we'll see her again cleaning up the garbage in front of Amanda Makla. Just getting in that blue paint, creating havoc, and getting those opportunities from the slot.
Marie-Philippe Poulin's 10th goal of the tour or the season, and it is her league-leading 10th as well. So a couple superstars for Team Harvey's, but the superstars right now for me is this crowd and the kids that are here. We talked about it in our intermission show, but I know there's a few that you want to mention, Liz.
Yes, certainly. I mean, Peterborough has done a fantastic job bringing the crowd here, but it's also a pretty special day for some of our players who are teachers, as you might say their part-time job, but really it's their full-time job when they're not playing hockey. And I know that specifically Kristen Richards is on Team Harvey's number 27. Her De La Salle College girls are here supporting her, and she's known as their guidance counselor. You know, I said to her before the game, I live for the day that one of her young female athletes says, I want to be a professional hockey player when I grow up. She certainly gets it from the boys, but I think that reality is around the corner for these young women watching today's PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour.
And a quick chance in front for Scotiabank. A funny story from Kristen too is she posted that she's a professional hockey player. Obviously we see her playing right now, but her teammates, or her classmates, sorry, for her hockey team there said they were excited to see Poulin play today. So
yes,
she's cool for many reasons, but we thank all the kids who came out today, and 3,400 people in Peterborough. So a good turnout for game 1 of 4. Team Scotiabank has a little bit of a hole to dig themselves out of. They're down by 2, and they've got 20 minutes to see if they can beat Desbiens a couple more times. Shelton keeps the puck alive inside, trying to connect with Panic, but Fortino gets the puck, moves it over to Rougeau on the far side. Skammer now picks up the loose puck, clears it out to Jamie Lee Rattray, whose parents are in attendance today and just sitting in front of us. Skaggs now trying to find Carpenter in the slot, goes the distance to Harmon. Here's Poulin. Over to Steckline, who jumps in on the play. Skips in behind her, and it's going to find Lequette. Now to Turnbull. Turnbull can't connect on the break-out pass to Carpenter, so Harvey's will stay inside the Scotiabank zone. You can see a little bit of water there causing a few problems. Eldridge can't get the shot off, and back the other way. It's going to be an icing waved off as Carpenter does a good job to beat everybody to the puck. One of my favorite rule changes that we've had in the last few years in the game of hockey. Keeps things going and rewards that hard work.
and certainly highlights some of the speed of these players as well. I mean, it's a great play if you get hemmed in your zone defensively and you have a fresh forward just to send it the length and beat that chase icing.
Not as bad as the older version of the goal line. We are trying to skate to the hash mark, so it gives the girls and guys some time to stop before getting to the boards. It definitely keeps the play going. Victoria Bach now inside the Team Harvey zone. Below the goal line, she's got Greco watching her. Stops and evades her. Her backhand pass stopped by Richards. Now Grusho in front, looking for Demers, but she's offside. They'll have to regroup. Now they'll try to put pressure on Shelton. Shelton moves the puck over to Kirion. Tips it inside the Harvey zone. Richards now. Loose puck along the boards. Can't clear it out. Costa's got it. Costa battling with Grusho. Richards to the near side for Channel. Back to Grusho. Sends it in deep as they'll go off for a change. Kirion now. Backhand pass intended for Costa. Intercepted by Poznikov. Poznikov spins, centering pass. Stopped by Panic. Puck finds its way to Rougeau. Now Fortino, long pass to Larson on the far side. Larson will send it in deep. Makla is going to cover it up, slow things down.
And of course, as we're mentioning our School Appreciation Day, a few other teachers actually on Team Scotiabank. We got Kelly Panic, who coaches the varsity girls hockey team, Victoria Bach, who's finishing up Teachers College, and Melody Daou, who is not rostered this weekend, but of course, head coach of the varsity program at Bourget College. So a lot of our athletes, you know, seeking out teaching, and a lot of them coaches as well. And as somebody who grew up playing the game and balancing school and hockey, I think it goes without saying that we appreciate the amazing teachers that we all had growing up and thank them for the opportunities that they created for us away from the rink.
Keller now trying to connect with Bourbonnais, but lots of pressure by Jamie Lee Rattray, and there's a wraparound attempt by Skamura. That's stopped by the post. Now Jamie Bourbonnais jumps up to Rebecca Johnston. That puck is taken away by Harmon. Now they're battling along the boards. Johnston diving to keep the play alive, but Rattray gets there first. Rattray waiting for help. Harmon's going to jump up. Stopped by Shelton. Ella Shelton is going to skate the puck inside the Harvey zone. 1-on-3 is Eldridge there helping out on D as Harmon was still stuck in the Scotiabank zone. Now here's Poulet. Makla is going to come out to play the puck. Moves the puck over to Carpenter on the far side. Looking for Lequette. Funny bounce on the boards, and Eldridge and Poulet take it away. Eldridge's shot stopped. Channel off the blue line, stop too. Now Eldridge below the goal line, trying to find Clark. Find its way to Channel at the blue line. Quick centering pass for Poulet. It's going to be taken away by Carpenter. Carpenter moves it to Skaggs. Skaggs taken down. Eldridge now in the slot. Looking for Grusho, who is coming off the bench with speed. But Victoria Bach now back the other way. Moves it to Field. Scotiabank trying to set things up. Lange, her shot, looking for the tip. Missed. Now Eldridge moves it forward to Grusho. Grusho in behind Desrochers. She's by herself though. Lange comes over to help out her deep partner. Desrochers, patience, finds Field. Tipped in front towards Desbiens. She'll move the puck forward. Now Lange sends it in deep. She'll battle Fortino for the puck. She moves it quick to Rougeau. Rougeau trying to find Demers on the near side board. At the hash mark, Panic now battling. The two number 12s. Good battle. As Rougeau will try the other side with Fortino. Picked up at the far blue line by Megan Keller. Keller now to Bourbonnais. Back to Keller. Scott Johnson. But Keller's going to take the shot. That one wide. Rebound. Desbiens sprawling as she stops Costa at the side of the net. Now Johnston. Stopped by Rougeau, and Demers' clear-out attempt just squeaks by Keller. Enough to get fresh legs on the ice for Team Harvey's on the far side. Panic now. Backdoor pass to Keller, loose in front for Johnston. And Desbiens makes the save.
Desbiens showing incredible athleticism on a couple of those saves, just sprawling out, able to seal off that close post. There's a couple good chances from Team Scotiabank. We're going to see a couple of them here. Great positioning there on a very threatening Rebecca Johnson in the slot. And Renee just stays nice and tight, close to that post, takes away the near side, and lucky to get that one right in the breadbasket.
You saw Johnston frustrated there. She wanted that one maybe a little higher up.
And Renee Desbiens, of course, the fastest chest in the league, so tough to beat her on that shot.
That was a good one. All right. It's been all Scotiabank so far right now. Blair Turnbull. Her pass attempt to Desrochers on the far side is cleared out. Posnikov putting pressure. Larson intercepts the puck. Quick shot, she scores! A giveaway by Team Scotiabank after some sustained pressure. And Team Harvey's is going to capitalize.
And I think this is where you're really going to see that Dean Seymour choosing to run only 3 lines on Team Scotiabank against this very well-endurance Team Harvey's. It's just those little moments, those little lapses of judgment maybe, and it just seemed like Team Scotiabank just didn't have the jump to get back and defend. This play that's kind of broken up, seems a little bit unthreatening, but as you say, Billy Larson putting that great shot on net inside the post. And we've got Team Harvey's up now 5-2 with the shots on goal, 35-23 in favor of Team Harvey's.
Her second of the year for Bailey Larson. Couple snipes today from the Harvey's girls.
As you can see, just that unforced play right up the center. Bailey Larson does a great job picking that pocket. You know, Amanda Makela maybe a little bit on her heels, not really expecting that to be a play that she's going to have to face right off the blue ice or off the blue line. And Bailey Larson makes no mistake seeing that angle and taking what net she had.
Well, they've got Johnston back on the ice with Panic. And this line is connected multiple times before. We'll see if they can get their team back a little bit closer in this one. Bourbonnais putting up some big minutes today. She's hooked up by Rattray. Her and Keller almost on the ice every other shift right now. Sharing duties with Shelton. Bach now. Centering pass for Turnbull just a little far ahead. Back to Keller. She'll move it forward for Shelton. Shelton's going to spin around to try and get around Fortino. She's stopped. Now Clark looking for Eldridge on the far side. That's taken away by Turnbull. Fortino gets it back. She'll rim it around the boards. Poulet stopped by Lequette. Try again with Eldridge. Bad bounce. Finds its way back to Shelton. Shelton, though, taken away by Marie-Philippe Poulet on a breakaway. She shoots, stop, rebound, stopped again. It's still in the crease. Clark to Poulet. Poulet stopped again. Eldridge stopped. Makela stands tall. What a sequence for Amanda Makela. Here's a shot by Poulet. She got her stick on that one too. Tatum Skaggs is going to slow things down. We'll have to get a replay of how many stops Amanda Makela just made.
I will say, this is the hard part about commentary, is I literally just had to hold my breath and put my hands in the air, because what an incredible string of saves for Amanda Makela to pull together here midway through the third period when her team needs that momentum.
Well, they're back inside the zone. That might be the boost of energy they needed for the second half of this third period. Richards, back pass to Gruchot. They'll connect with Demers as she gets dumped at the far blue line. No penalty coming. And an icing call against Scotiabank will bring things back in front of Makela. That was Lange with a nice hit on Demers on the far side. And
You're going to see that string of saves starts off by a great force by Marie-Philippe Poulet on the breakaway. And as we know, she doesn't often miss these. Amanda Makla just absolutely battling. Battle. You see Blair Turnbull try to give the net a little shoulder there, hoping to get a whistle, and just some incredible athleticism from the very poised Amanda Makla, who once again just kind of scoops that one up and gives Team Scotiabank a chance to reset with 9:36 left in the game.
It's a 5-2 hockey game. We'll see if Team Scotiabank can make a comeback with 9:36 remaining. You're watching the Secret Dream Gap Tour on your TV. We'll be right back after this.
Family Day is coming up, and we want to send your family on an unforgettable trip to Niagara Falls. Enter now for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge. To find out more and to enter, visit Your TV on Facebook.
Welcome inside the Your TV studios, where once again we will play. The next ball up is N40.
Under the B, Knights of Columbus TV Bingo, Your TV. Truly local, exclusively on Cogeco.
All right, welcome back. 9:36. What's the game plan for Scotiabank?
I mean, Scotiabank just has to find that next level for the last 9 minutes and 36 seconds or more if they can force overtime. You can tell they're tired. They need to shorten those shifts and get that first line out against Team Harvey's second, third, fourth line. They got to really be opportunistic here. If they get, 5 to 8 shots on net before this game ends, you got to have a couple of those find the back of the twine.
Well, and you got to think they got a burst of energy from that sequence. Third string goaltender, and she's standing tall against the top team in the league.
I don't think people really appreciate how difficult some of those saves are against this Team Harvey's, who just keeps chipping away. They've got so many great opportunities on net, and Amanda Makla just putting out a solid performance for this Team Scotiabank.
Just even to stop the first breakaway by the best in the world. Intimidating enough, let alone the 5 or 6 that she stopped after that. We'll see what they have. Panic moves it to Costa. They probably want to get that puck on Rebecca Johnston's stick. She moves it over to Panic on the far side. Bourbonnais now at the blue line. Back to Panic. Panic trying to get away from Curio. Leaves it for Costa. Costa sends it in front. Desbiens is going to cover that up. Slow things down.
And you see this endurance Team Harvey's team putting pressure on the puck in all areas of their zone. So they're trying to make sure that Team Scotiabank doesn't have the opportunity to set up. From Scotiabank, we're looking to move the puck quickly, open up some of those scenes, and hopefully create an odd man attack triangle on Renee Desbiens, getting her moving post to post or getting a scrappy rebound.
Scamura wins the draw. Fortino trying to find Rattray. Laquette's going to jump in front of her and keep the puck inside the zone. Sophia Shaver clears it out, trying to find Rattray again at the far blue line. Skaggs and Carpenter, though, will come back the other way. Carpenter tries to backhand it in front of Desbiens. Hits the side of the net. Now with time, Shaver finds Scamura. Clears it out. Almost looks like Harvey's just wants to get it in deep, kill some time in this third period. Now Rougeau to Scamura. Scamura almost lost the puck, but they're going to keep it inside. Hits Keller, and they'll go off for a change as Victoria Bach stumbles to handle the puck. She finds Field. Pressured by Channel, though. Battle for the puck at the blue line. Now Clark. Back to Eldridge. Finds Poulin. Over to Greco on the far side. Greco loses it. A regroup for Scotiabank as Bourbonnais finds Field. They'll send Stewart on the chase. Eldridge picks up a loose puck on the far side. Poulin tips it to herself along the boards. 2-on-2. Poulin in the slot, shoots, rebound. Picked up by Bourbonnais. Jamie Bourbonnais goes high with that one, almost connects with Bach, but the puck kept rolling on her. They'll go back to Poulin in the neutral zone. Poulin to Richards. Kristen Richards looks for the shot. Can't get it as the wave attempt starts at the PMC. Steckline now at the blue line. Hits Bourbonnais in the face mask, and she's shaken up. She'll stay out. The puck now on her stick. She's going to clear it out and most likely go to the bench. It's not a good shot to take off the face mask. Here's Johnston now. Quick pass to Panic. Her shot goes wide. Third attempt stopped by Desrochers. Regroup with Lange. Johnston right back in. Steckline. Hard rim almost hits the referee, but Desrochers will keep it inside the zone. 6:16 remaining as Liz Knox has joined the wave.
Well, it'd be rude not to, really. All the effort put in by this incredible fans here at PMC.
Costa with a quick shot. Almost hits Panic's skate and in, but it clears wide. Gershow up to Poznikov. University of Alberta grad. With pressure from Desrochers, she's going to wait for her line mates to change. Can't connect, and Carpenter's going to clear it out for Team Scotiabank. Skaggs, nice hit on Rougeau at the blue line. As she's forechecking hard to get the puck inside the zone. Loose in the neutral zone now. It's Blair Turnbull's turn to get in front of Poznikov. You can see how badly Scotiabank wants another one. 5:20 remaining. Skaggs. Nice move to keep that away from Shaver. Tatum Skaggs throwing the body around. Just bulldozing that puck inside the zone.
She is just a one-woman wrecking ball right now. Just absolutely barreling through the boards there, taking anybody with her who's in her way.
Good shot attempt as she's looking for the tip by Carpenter in front. Now Stewart at the red line. Jamie Lee Rattray, smart play. She doesn't touch the puck as her teammates are changing. Fortino now to Rattray. Rattray has Skimmer going to the net. Her shot blocked by Shelton. Rattray centering pass, can't connect with Shaver. Stewart trying to skate it out. Victoria Bach will help out. She dodges Skimura. Finds Keller at the blue line. Pass back to Bach is stopped. Now Rattray to Eldridge. Eldridge in channel with speed. 2-on-1 with Bourbonnais. Looking for the hat trick, but it's stopped before they can connect with Eldridge. Bourbonnais, long pass, intercepted by Eldridge. She can't touch it though as they're still offside. Now she'll go on the forecheck. Marie-Philippe Poulet off the bench, intercepts it. Here's Eldridge in front for the hat trick. She misses the net. Poulet back to Clark. Clark's shot stopped by Makela. Keller clears that one, just misses Johnston. And Costa, though, beats the icing. Scotiabank will keep the puck inside the Harvey zone. Panic and Johnston battling with Poulet. She comes away with it. Moves it to Greco. Clark. Back to Poulet. She tips it out of the air, but can't handle it once it gets to the ice. Clark gets a stick on that Johnston pass. Once again, Clark intercepts the puck. Still with it in the neutral zone. Sends it over to the far side where Richards is putting pressure on Desrochers. Lange now, long pass. Costa gets a stick on it. 3 minutes remaining, not many whistles so far in this third period. They know we have to head to Niagara, so they're just trying to be polite.
That's for sure. The Izzy and Noxie Road Show coming at you. 4 games in 4 different cities, 2 days. We're happy to be a part of each of them.
You forgot to mention that we're also dealing with the 401 on Friday. In Nova Scotia, we wouldn't have any problems. Toronto traffic is a little different. Demers now the wrecking ball as she hits Lequette below the goal line. Fortino jumps down, battling with Skaggs along the wall. Crowd has not stopped this entire period. Lequette looks for Shelton. Can't connect. Rougeau misses the puck as well. Desbiens will come out, send a long pass. Here's a chance for Team Harvey's. Poznikov going to the net. What a play by Megan Keller. Diving play as she comes off the bench. Break things up with Poznikov and Larson. Now Field. Can't get the puck away from Greco. Keller's looking for the long pass to Stewart. Harvey's offside. Channel takes her time and sends it down low. Bourbonnais moves it up to Stewart. Stewart is stopped along the boards. Channel, that's center ice. Finds Skamura and she'll dump it in deep. 1:30 remaining. Jamie Lee Rattray now at the side of the net. Looks back door to Shaver. Can't connect. Nice play by Bourbonnais to get her knee down. Here comes Panic. Trying to get around Steckline. It's going to be put into the boards by Rattray. I don't know when the last time we had a whistle was, but it was definitely longer than 5 minutes. Costa to the slot. Johnson with a shot. That one misses wide. Last minute of play in the third period. Becca Johnston looking to take a shot. She does. Cleared into the corner by Desbiens. Steckline battling for the puck with Costa. Johnson will pick up the loose puck, but taken away by Shaver. Shaver's got Rattray with her. She gets around Lange. Now putting pressure on Desrochers. 30 seconds. Johnson's just going to send it back to Desrochers, and they're going to kill this off. Turnbull, maybe one last chance for a shot. They get stopped at the blue line. Harmon to Gruchot. Scott Richards going to the net. Backdoor for Richards, hits Lange. And you can hear the crowd. That'll do it. A 5-2 victory for Team Harvey's. And they're going to continue their winning streak, now 11 games long. They have not lost since the first game in Montreal back in October.
Yeah, just a good all-round team effort. It's pretty much the game that we expect from Harvey's. Lots of O-zone possession time, great goaltending to back it up. And even though Scotiabank got on the board early, got behind Renee Desbiens, she was able to stop them there and pull off another great, 50 minutes after those couple goals.
We're going to take a quick break. Your 3 stars after this.
I need to get rid of some hair. Oh, man. What do you think? Shorter, please. Shorter.
I will stand by you. I will help you through. When you've done all you can do, you can
Being there. Pass it on.
I will dry your eyes.
Mark Million, Jordan Mercier, and producer Maddie join you every week for the Capital PTBO Sports Show. The latest sports news, both in the big leagues and locally, as well as trivia, games, and other shenanigans. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on your TV.
On an upcoming episode of Your TV's From the Archives.
And the 86-87 OHL season is underway. This is Gary Hahn, our special guest. Welcome to Don Cherry.
Thank you. This is an arena I was training camp 22 years ago with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Family Day is coming up, and we want to send your family on an unforgettable trip to Niagara Falls. Enter now for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Great Wolf Lodge. To find out more and to enter, visit Your TV on Facebook. Join host Paul Wilson for truly local conversations.
And our guest today is Sandra Clancy. I thank you so much for your 40 years of service to the city.
Well, Scotiabank was looking for 1 point to try and take second place away from Team Adidas. They are not able to do that today. It's Team Harvey's 5-2 over Team Scotiabank, and we've got 3 really good players to talk about for your 3 stars.
Yeah, starting out with number 3, Ella Shelton, putting her team on the board, jumping into that offense and creating chances for them. They're always looking to her to add to that offense, and she was able to capitalize today. On the other blue line, Laura Fortino with the 2nd star, also adding to offense. This is the style of play that we're used to seeing her play, and she made no mistake today. And then, of course, how could you not give the 1st star to Jessie Eldridge with a couple tallies today? As we said earlier, she's been looking forward to this OHL showcase for quite some time, heading to her hometown of Barrie tomorrow.
We can't wait. We're going to be in Niagara Falls tonight, 7 p.m., so don't forget to tune in for that one. And then tomorrow, you mentioned it, Barrie and Kitchener as well. So it's a fun-filled OHL weekend. We want to thank the Peterborough Petes for having us here, and for the community of Peterborough for coming out, and for the players for 11 a.m. start. This was an incredible hockey game.
It was fantastic. And as you said, the crowd here in Peterborough, the community has been so welcoming the last 2 years, and really, you know, leading the way for this OHL weekend. I'm so happy we got to start it all here where it began last year, and the rest of the OHL following suit. So just an absolute pleasure to be here working with the Peterborough Petes organization, and the fans certainly delivered for the gals today.
Well, we're going to send it down to your 1st star of the game. She had 2 goals today. It's Jessie Eldridge with Katrina.
Thank you so much. Joined by Jessie Eldridge. And Jessie, you're known more so as the setup woman, but a pair of goals today. What did you like about your individual game?
Yeah, I think when we play with the players we have on our team, if you're in the right spot at the right time, they're going to make you look good.
And this is Team Harvey's 11th straight win. Just what's been working for this team this season?
I think we're just clicking really well on and off the ice. So we have a really good group. Our coaches put a lot of work in before these showcases to have us prepared for these games, and I think that's paying off.
So another win for Team Harvey's, but everybody was a winner today here in Peterborough, being able to showcase the women's game. I have to ask you what your thoughts were on the crowd here today.
No, this is awesome. We were sitting on the bench, you can even hear each other speak. The kids were going crazy, but it's an awesome atmosphere. It's awesome for us to be able to showcase our game a little bit too.
What do you hope that the young girls and boys that were here today take away from this experience?
I just think they can do anything they set their minds to. And this is what we're doing right now. We're pushing for a better future, and whatever they want to do, whether it's hockey or something else, they can do it.
All right, thank you so much, and good luck in Barrie.
Thank you.
All right, back up to you.
Well, thanks, Katrina. Some wise words from Jessie Eldridge, and I have the privilege of signing us off. Thanks again to the Peterborough Petes, your TV production crew, to Katrina Squazin, and your entire cast here today. We thank you for joining the Secret Dream Gap Tour. Keep watching the PWHPA on OHL Showcase this weekend. We'll see you at 7 p.m. tonight. Thanks again on behalf of Liz Knox. We'll see you soon.